So you just found out you had Lyme disease. Now what? What's next? Hey, my name is Ryan Kearns. Welcome to the channel. So pretty much I've been studying and helping people with Lyme disease for the past 5+ years. I think it's more like 6 or 7 now. Anybody that gets Lyme disease in my family, their friends, my friends, anybody that I know that gets Lyme disease, they call me to find out what to do because I've read every single book. I've obsessed over this topic for years. I've written books about it. Hundreds of people, actually thousands of people have downloaded my books and learned everything they can about Lyme disease from me. So I'm here to help you navigate this tricky road that is Lyme disease. So you just found out you had Lyme disease. You got the diagnosis from the doctor. They said, it looks like you have Lyme disease. They probably said, here's some antibiotics. Usually they give you about a 14-day supply of antibiotics. You go to the pharmacist, you pick up your antibiotics. But now what? What do you do? Should you do anything? Is it a problem? Like, should you be scared? Should you be worried? How should you be thinking about this? Well, the very first thing you need to know is, I like to be positive. I like to look at the bright side. The good thing is you got a diagnosis. Okay, that might sound weird. That might sound like, all right, but I just got told I have a serious disease and now you're saying that it's a good thing. Well, the thing is a lot of people suffer because they're not able to get that diagnosis because Lyme disease symptoms are so widespread and broad that it's difficult to actually diagnose unless you have the EM rash or you take a certain test that doctors will deem appropriate and give you the diagnosis for. But the point is, you can't just get the diagnosis out of nowhere. There's many people that have Lyme disease and are not able to do the proper things to heal from it because they don't have a diagnosis for Lyme disease, because they're not getting the test and they don't have the rash. So that leaves them stuck, unable to get the treatment that they need in order to get better because they don't know what they don't know. Okay, so the good news is you had the diagnosis, you have Lyme disease. Okay, I personally had Lyme disease and it almost killed me. Okay, that's not to worry you or scare you. I'm still here, I'm alive, I'm fine, baby. And the same thing can happen to you if you look into how you can take the right steps for your health, all right? So the first thing to know is antibiotics are not a 100% way to heal from Lyme disease. The thing is, when you get Lyme disease, oftentimes, more often than not, there's other stealth microbes involved other than the Lyme disease microbe. Okay, there's the Borrelia burgdorferi, that's the microbe that's known for Lyme disease, that's the Lyme disease microbe. But there's also Bartonella, Babesia, like I could go on a list of probably about 20 different other tiny little microbes that are in your body now because of the tick bite or whatever led to you getting Lyme disease. Now, those things are very difficult to kill because they're very good at hiding and they can actually mask themselves in order to appear like just another cell in your body. They can change their own DNA to match up with your immune system so your immune system cannot attack it the way that it would with any other virus or illness. Okay, so that's kind of scary, and the point of this is not to scare you, it's to say, start paying attention to your body very closely, because antibiotics are not a foolproof 100% way to heal. Antibiotics can kill off a host of different things in the body, including the healthy bacteria in our gut, right? The healthy bacteria all in our body that allows us to build a healthy immune system can also get killed off from antibiotics. So it's kind of a catch-22. It's a, I don't know, it could be looked at either way. A lot of people don't like antibiotics for that reason. I personally try to tread lightly with antibiotics. You should probably try it. If the doctor gave it to you, you should probably use it for the 14-day cycle. But if they start to recommend long-term antibiotics, I would seriously question the decision and look at all of your other options. So antibiotics are not always the way to go with Lyme disease, but it's what the traditional medical system will give you in the United States of America. It's worth trying, but it's not foolproof and it's not 100%. So after trying them, start feeling your body. Like, start actually thinking about your health and your body, because there's a chance that you're still gonna have some symptoms after the antibiotic treatment is over. So we want to be aware of that, we want to think about that, we want to get ahead of that, and we want to really start tuning in, if you will, to your body. I know this sounds kind of hippy-dippy or like woo-woo, but the point is, if our body has symptoms, we need to know about it, because if it goes beyond the antibiotics and we still have symptoms, we have to start taking other steps in order to heal. And that's why people come to me so often when they have Lyme disease. It's because they take the antibiotics, but they're not better at the end. So that's when we come in and we start looking at their diet, their lifestyle, their health, their wellness, everything we can do to get them better. So you might want to start looking at your diet after that. So what you eat every day is seriously important. Obviously, most people at least eat 1 time per day, right? A lot of people eat 3 times per day. Some people eat 6 times per day. The amount of food that we put in our body, the type of food that we put in our body, I should say, is very, very, very important when it comes to our overall health, our treading toward homeostasis, or a steady state of health and well-being. And how to get there via food is really important. It's probably the most important thing we can do is fix the way that we eat and look at how we eat in order to get better. So one thing that I did is I eventually leaned into a raw plant-based diet, but again, it's because my heart was affected and I was, looking at, I didn't know if I was gonna survive the infection. So I really had to take everything really seriously and dive into a raw plant-based diet. Now, I'm not saying you have to do a raw plant-based diet. I'm saying start thinking about how you can eat a little bit healthier, get more vegetables, more whole plant-based foods into your diet, and start leaning towards becoming a healthy individual with a healthy lifestyle that supports your body, supports your brain, supports your every system in your body, so that your immune system can take care of killing the microbes, okay? Beyond that, your immune system may get overreactive and start to react to the microbes that they cannot find because the microbes are so good at hiding. What happens then is we start to have some autoimmune disorders and things where we're getting inflammation, we're getting a huge cytokine cascade in our immune system that really starts to hurt our joints, it can hurt our heart valves, it can hurt our brain, and things start to degrade. And what happens is collagen and other materials break down in the body, and the microbes that are hiding in the body love to eat that stuff and use it to fuel themselves, reproduce within the body, and eventually move on to another host. But the point is, take care of your health, right? Think about your diet, you're eating healthy, having a proper diet is so important. And then we oftentimes end up using herbs in order to treat Lyme disease, because we can fix any overreaction from the immune system, we can regulate and moderate our immune system, we can also modulate the cytokine cascade, and we can also protect our cells, we can rebuild any already damaged cells, and then finally, we can kill off stealth microbes, and that's why we use herbs when we're treating Lyme disease as well. And finally, another thing that we can do is we can take steps to reduce stress, right? Stress sometimes really beats us up. It dampens our immune system. It makes things more difficult. It kind of makes getting ill very easy and quick. So if we can reduce stress, it can help us bounce back a lot quicker. Ways to reduce stress equals relaxation, meditation, great sleep every night. So really the goal is, in every way possible, to reduce stress, increase healthy eating, and increase some powerful herbs to just kick it up a notch. And I'm telling you, Lyme disease can be destroyed. And it really just takes you leaning in, taking responsibility, taking the right steps with the right people. And my team and I, we've been helping people do this for a long time, and we find great pride and joy in helping people heal their body. So that's really all I have for you today. There's been a ton of literature written about this, a ton of great books that I highly recommend. And if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel, because I'm giving the latest and greatest about Lyme disease every week. I'm trying my best to put a video out, 1 or 2 videos out every single week this year in 2022. So hit the subscribe button below this video if you have Lyme disease or if a loved one has Lyme disease and you need to know the answers for how to get better and how to take back control of your life, because really your body's been hijacked by these tiny little microbes that are very good at hiding, and it's on us, right? It's our responsibility. The traditional medical system may not be doing an amazing job at fixing this problem for us, but it's our responsibility to take back control because these microbes are coming to take over. So it's on us and we can fix this. I've personally been Lyme disease symptom free for over 4 years because of the steps that I took. I wrote a book about it. It's called The Lyme Survival Guide. I want you to grab it. If you have any questions about Lyme disease, it's gonna help you a ton. I'll link it up in the description below so you can go grab it for free. All you have to do is put your email address in and you can go get it. And it should answer a ton of questions that you already have. Also, smack that subscribe button and I'll see you in the next video. Happy healing, friend. I know you can do this. Just stick in there and lean into a healthy, positive lifestyle.